game that like we need to be saying and knowing so that we can, we keep that continuity and you can build a little bit of a brand for yourself as a player.
3, 2,
so it's mutually beneficial.
Yeah. That was much better put than me. I was just angry and lashing out. So.
And we're good cop, bad cop.
We'd be a good cop, bad cop, and also swapping the roles like vice versa. We would still be good either way.
Getting into this one though, we have an interesting team comp. We have two Devil Jins on the screen, two Zariels. We don't see Zariel too often. We see a little bit more in twos, although we are seeing a little bit more in ones as well from Balloon Boy and kind of both. So yeah, we're still incredibly meta teams coming out, but it's like the first time we haven't seen a Taros first stock already going the way of the red team. It's going to be Rosatz falling. I don't know anything about Rosatz and Genga.
I mean, hey, it's just like the same thing last time. We're going to see how these players can, try to make a name for themselves here, see if they can show us what they're all about. I mean, right now, it's looking a little bit rough, but I mean, hey, a couple combos can definitely turn things around here. But man, Dark going way up there, almost getting that stock early, and they're going to get another stock off Blue, but they will answer back, at least for one.
Now, I'm guessing that Rosatz and Genga have, like, only played with each other. I believe they're both in the same clan, but also they're PR 81 and 82. So they're, like, really, really close to each other. And at that level, like, in the 80s, I don't know. I feel like if you're playing with other people, you're probably going to be, like, a further spread. You're not going to be, like, right next to each other. So they probably have some history together. They probably have some chemistry together. And I'm excited to see and learn more about that as the set goes on. Almost gets the down air there, but Free Skin was just a little bit too low. I call him Free Skin. I'm sorry. I call him the wrong word.
I mean, that's Borgir's fault. That's not your fault.
Borgir.
Yeah, that's Borgir's fault.
I love the name Borgir, too. It's one
Borgir's
of my
great.
favorites to say.
Borgir
Got a great mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel. It's cellar door.
Nice! EC grabbing both! KO off the top! Yep. Now, if Genga can just, like, live, it's going to be really tough because he's at 220 damage right now, but that means he's taking a lot of damage on the second stock. Side air's going to send him into the right blast zone. It's going to be over for him. See if Rosatz can survive here. He's off stage with a lance. Nice turnaround down air. And the ground pound, dude, Rosatz, yes, sir.
Yeah, that was actually a really good spot, too. Just kind of waiting on that wall, just kind of, creating some time for themselves. Because, like, I feel like there's every reason that Red could have just gone out there and tried to bully Rosatz into forcing themselves into a 2v1 scenario. But they just didn't go for it. And that gave Rosatz a huge opportunity to get that reversal and also lose that stock at the top blast zone.
Yeah, Dark, I believe Dark was mad after getting KO'd on the right side there. Okay. You saw you heard the interrupt recovery. Sound come out. He's just running away. He's like, please, Dark, big brother, come in, help me.
I would actually like to see a Devil Jin 1v1. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, we're not going to get that for sure. Beautiful cleanup there from Red Team. But Blue Team, for us not really being familiar with them, doing a pretty solid job in that game one, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to pull too many analyses just from, like, the one game that I've ever seen Genga and Rosatz play, and it's a game one. So, yeah, I'm just looking for the next one. I want more data.
Yeah. As we can see right here, though, here's some more data for you. As you take a look at these stats, it is still, relatively in Red Team's favor. I mean, as things should be. But I don't feel like Genga and Rosatz played bad at all. I mean, yeah, they took quite a bit of damage, but, not bad damage altogether. Dark hitting that 604, though. Woo!
Yeah, really, like, that's the main thing. If you look at everyone else's damage numbers, like, they're right in line. Like, yeah, 394, it's under 400 damage, whatever. But it's not that far. Like, it's 32 damage away from Borgir, who did the most, next most highest damage in the game. So, like, 32 damage difference is essentially nothing. Like, that's one combo. I'm definitely not worried about that whatsoever.
Yeah, same. Totally agree. But Dark definitely coming through, making some big plays there. So we'll see if Dark can kind of keep up that tempo, that momentum, because, I mean, that would definitely be a huge boon for the Red Team. However, Blue Team, going to see if they can do something different here. Try to change it up just a little bit. But, yeah, it's so weird seeing two Devil Jins. I feel like I never see this, especially when they're on,
normally we'll see, like, one. We'll see one, and it's like sometimes. But on the other side, like Genga and Rosatz both have level 100 legends. So it's a level 100 Ulgrim and a level 100 Zerial. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many level 100 Zerials we're seeing in tournament. Like I don't know how many there are in the video game period.
True. But anyway, as we get into game 2, okay, they're looking pretty solid here, getting some strong hits. They do have a lead. I would say quite a decent lead as well. Okay, I like that too. We saw the combos coming out from Borgir, and then you know, Genga having feeling some sort of way about that, running to the other side to disrupt.
Yeah, his rotation was really good. That shows good instincts on what you need to do to help out your teammate. There's a side sig, or neutral signature, excuse me, from Dark coming in, and the ground pound. Genga. Oh, he fakes going under before going back. He almost had enough to get back. If he had like maybe 30 less damage on that stock, that fake under the stage probably would have worked.
And this is rough too, because I feel like blue team was definitely in a really good position getting this game started, and red team was able to just kind of pump the brakes real quick on them and turn things around, give themselves a nice little lead. However, really need to get this stock out from Dark. Dark is definitely, I mean, we've only had one game so far, but has been an absolute juggernaut in terms of damage.
He's been doing great with the KOs as well. Like you saw him definitely this game spamming that neutral signature a lot, which like you can do. It's tough to punish. Ooh, the KO not off the top here on Mos Eisley. That blast zone a little bit high. Almost got the ground pound though, but it was interrupted. And again, Rosatz coming over. He's the rotate lord. He wants to help his teammate. Oh, he's ready with that too, and off the soft platform. The side seems beautiful.
Yeah, no, there's definitely there's some really good gameplay coming in between these two, and yeah, like the good instincts here for doubles in general is definitely huge. It's coming in as a huge benefactor. Honestly, this is really even. Oh, okay, never mind. I took a look at Dark and saw that he still had 3 stocks. I thought that was a 2 for a second. But you know, speak that into existence. There goes the 1 stock there. And we're gonna see if we can try to do something to Borgir here. However, oh man, Rosatz living at 223 right now. Sheesh.
There's the in light. You know he wished he hit that in light on the other red team member instead of Dark, but Genga was right there. He was ready to grab free skim as he, or sorry, Borgir as he was coming in for the counter punish. So yeah, just I like the team play from Rosatz and Genga. Like yeah, there's some holes in their gameplay for sure, but like they're doing a great job so far. For PR like 81 and 82, like I'm really liking the team play we're seeing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he went for the GC sidelight into the down air. Just barely missing it. Oh, no. Also barely touching before getting back. Genga comes in to relieve some pressure. The save from Rosatz. Can Genga live off of this? The bounce out of the stage. Rosatz, he's going to live. Genga's going to fall, but Rosatz got the save.
Yeah, that was
He's been so good for a while.
There's a lot of good stuff I'm seeing from blue team here. Unfortunately, red team
GC instinct?
Just playing a little bit better here. Yeah, I like that too. Hey, you go off stage, I'll stay on the stage. We'll just you know, we'll trade if we need to, but...
Ooh, getting the touch as well and not panic jumping after that because Dark was queuing up the GC side signature, but there's the D-Light into the ground pound. Dark and Borgir now up 2-0 in this set. Genga had a tough game. Rosatz did great. There was one accident, unfortunately. But other than that, like, Rosatz's numbers are great. 608 damage taken, 528, 1 damage done on the other side. Genga only did 296, so that's definitely getting low. If we look on the other side, like, Borgir did 359, not the highest number that you want to see out there, but, like, if you have Dark, the carry in here, the lead, like, he's the aggro, doing 623 damage consistently, like, that's good numbers.
I feel like saying doing 1,200 damage over 2 games is something I shouldn't be able to say. Like that is a crazy amount of damage to do that.
Typically we don't see like multiple 600 plus games back to back to back to back to back, and we'll see what happens as we get into our game 3 here. Can he keep it up?
Yeah, I mean, Dark is definitely the enforcer here, and that's always a good thing to have on your team. It kind of like really establishes a role for you and your teammate. Hey, I will rack up the damage, whether or not I get the stocks, I don't care. I'm gonna make them hurt. So Dark is definitely doing really well in that, and Rosatz and Genga definitely got to figure out how to you know, be a little bit more consistent in that game too. I know we were talking about how Genga was kind of getting bopped there a little bit, but I think that's also a testament to the red team just knowing how to pick apart the blue team here. So, and also probably just a little bit of like, I'm the real Devil Jin, so why don't you like, hey, you know, kick rocks.
Also, man, that neutral signature that Dark is using, not only is it difficult to punish, so you can like safely throw it out, but also it has that like grab property where if you hit your teammate and the opponent, it's only going to pick up your opponent. It'll prioritize your opponent and the opponent. If you pick up 2 opponents, the opponent with higher damage, so you'll find KOs earlier. Dude, Genga getting completely demolished so early in this game. Already over 150 damage into the red. Taking more, but Dark, oh, he's going to be there shortly after team play like that from Blue.
That was actually a really big pickup for Blue. Definitely something I like to see here. It was just a nice little team combo in general. A little bit improvised, just kind of a lot of reactions from each other. Okay, but that is going to be one down, though, as we see Genga go down first.
Nice.
Oh, Def going to be able to answer back, though. Rosatz really stepping up here in these past couple games. Oh, my God!
Dude, showing his Lance vocabulary here. I don't know how he was able to fall off of the wall and then turn around, hit the recovery, or start up the recovery as Dark was coming in so quickly without being further off the wall. Like, I got to go back and look at that because that was so nice that Rosatz picked up with. And obviously the ground pound after that, the timing on it was impeccable too.
Yeah, Rosatz is doing a lot of really good stuff right now here too. Running disruption, you know, getting some good damage, getting these pickups on these stocks. I like that there too. Just hitting that neutral light, just kind of set up his teammate for a little bit of extra damage. Ooh, got the sweat beads.
There, Genga's able to get away. That's the trouble of when you have like 2 legends with gauntlets having them at the same time. The team combo, you have to be super creative or they're going to be able to DI out of it.
Right. Nice pickup. Dude, Rosatz is doing such a great job of picking up these additional hits.
Yeah, I feel like I'm selfishly just mostly looking at Rosatz, and there's Genga. Great follow-up off of that, too. I'm mostly looking at Rosatz because he's a Lance player and I'm a Lance player, so I need to start looking at Genga more.
Yeah. Well, the thing is what we've already noticed from Genga is that he does a really good job of these rotations of like, hey, I recognize my teammates in trouble. I'll go over there and help out. But look at this. I mean, it's 4 stocks to 2 right now, Blue Team, after a kind of not like a great game 1 and 2, but not a bad one, are now have a pretty established lead.
Yeah, it's a game 1 and 2 that would lead me to believe the set would be 3-0. Yeah, and that might not be the case here, as Borgir is going to get knocked down. Rosatz is right there. He's ready to finish him off. In comes Genga. And, Genga. Oh, he falls off of that. That's tough. I think he had the space to get the chase dodge up and touch the wall and get back. It's Rosatz. He has 2 stocks. Rosatz against Dark. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Is it going to be the Lance or the Axe? I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, but now we're forced to watch Rosatz, so, I mean... That is true, and it's going to be the Lance, which is exactly what I want. Yeah, no, his Lance play has been phenomenal so far. Absolutely stellar. Ooh, almost catching him on that turnaround with the recovery. Not able to get it, though. Ooh, all right. Okay. Kick up on the bow. That will not take the stock. Yeah, the GCD light doesn't work, and because of that bird dodge, Dark is going to get the full combo off of that. That'll do it, though. Nice. All right, well, 1 stocks apiece here. We'll see if Dark can clutch it out at this point. If he does, I think he'll definitely hit that 600 mark again. If he's not already there, that is. Let's see what his Axe has in terms of finishing the stock. Is it just going to be some wait and sees for the in-light? Yeah, we already saw the D-light earlier. There was the gravity cancel in-light. Because Dark has to do damage, so he has to throw out moves. He can't just, he can't just float around and do nothing. Yeah, but I mean, he does have a lot of time to just kind of, like, really take his time. So, like, he doesn't have to force anything. And kind of like what you were mentioning earlier, right? Having the gauntlets, you can just wait and see. With the gauntlets, you know, take your time. You don't have to press a button first. Oh, tossing that weapon away. Going right back to the X. He has stage control, so he knows the weapon spawn's going to be coming in shortly. Likely in a spot that he can grab it before Dark can do anything about it. Oh, that was a bold desync coming out, but Dark's not able to do anything off it. Another weapon toss. Ooh, the bounce pass to himself, the pickup into the in-light. Right as Dark peeks over the corner just a little bit too much. And yeah, you see another game almost doing 700 damage this time. But it's 693, just 7 short of that 700 damage. Yeah, Rosatz really just carrying in that game 3. And it's not to say that Genga wasn't doing anything. It's just Rosatz played phenomenal the entire time. Going to be able to secure themselves a game 3 victory here. You know, Dark and Borgir, it's not going to be free for them. Not anymore. Not at all. So we'll see how things work out as we move forward. But Blue Team, they're starting to find their rhythm. I'm starting to see the mojo of what they got together. So. One thing we do need to be worried about specifically, yes, Rosatz is doing like enough damage to make up for the damage that Genga is not doing. But one thing we really need to be worried about is the amount of damage that Genga took last game was it was 397. Divide that by 3, you're getting 132 and some change. That means on average, he's being knocked out at 132 damage. That's not even red yet, and we were on Fortress of Lions. That's a red flag, and that's something he needs to fix.
Well, I like that. They both kind of got those first hits, blue team here on the red team. That was cute. All right, now everybody's equipped with some weapons in hand here. We are hearing the bows be fired right now. Signatures all over the place too.
Yeah, I'd like to see Genga start to use those signatures a little bit more in the way that Dark is using it, specifically that in-sig, like he's throwing those out. There's a side sig. It's a little bit of a team damage there onto Borgir, but he's able to get back even though he was in sweat beads. There's a D-Light into the side air. Nice pickup from Genga. Unfortunately, he gets counter-punished by Dark, and then Dark still floating up there, picks up the KO onto Rosatz off the top, but I like that move from Genga. That was a good play. That was a play that he had to make.
Yeah, red team definitely kind of recognizing how they fell short last game and are really making sure to set the tone very early in game 4 here. Nice. Oh, that's a big pickup! Oh.
The D-sig option, too. It's so sad that they didn't get the KO off of that because of the high ceiling, especially on the Borgir, man. But they do clean it up right after that. They have Dark, past red. There's the D-Light. Oh, okay, Borgir was worried about that. He ended up pulling out of that, didn't go in for the combo because he was worried Rosatz was coming in. That gives Genga some time.
All right, some good movement right now, though. Dude, I feel like these two players are just really... There's like a Devil Jin respect thing here. They're like, hey, we're going to fight each other on the side of the stage very often. But as you can see right now, blue team doing a pretty good job of battling back here after a little bit of a rough start. Okay. Good damage. Oh, that is going to take off that stock. Rosatz on the final stock here.
This is showing Genga with some survivability. We'll see how much damage he's taken and like the average damage that he gets KO'd in. Now we're seeing those signatures come out from Genga. He's looking for those KOs. D-Light into the recovery from Borgir. He's still living.
Yeah, that's a little bit crazy. Oh, not anymore though. And we're gonna see Dark actually disappear here now too. Dark actually started off not taking a lot of damage in the early rounds of this game. He was sitting at like 72 for a hot minute. But as we can see right now, Borgir, the only one left on 2 stocks here. They can do a very good job. Blue team, if they can get him out of the way, they can put a lot of damage on the Dark and set themselves up nice and pretty here. I need to see you guys take advantage. And as we can see right now, on the offensive end, Genga trying to make some big plays.
He knew that he needed to back out, though. They both couldn't, like, fully commit to that. That would be scary because Borgir was coming back in. So I like that they pulled out, and I like that they pulled out at exactly the right time there. That was a good idea. It's a really mature moment of not just tunnel visioning and trying to get the KO.
Red team almost finding a way to get Genga out at the top there. That recovery from the spear not able to quite hit that mark. However, the Sair coming through, and now we're in a 2v1. Can they get it done, or is Dark...
Oh, Genga! No! Yes, Genga! Great interruption, Genga!
Yeah, Genga doing a great job again. Once again, just running interruption, just kind of recognizing, hey, my teammate's in trouble, I need to get in there.
They're struggling to find like the way to regroup for the 2v1 combo, but Genga has been there. They both been right on top of each other a lot, but Genga's done a great job of disrupting when Dark has Rosatz in a string or a combo. Nice down air, setting up the edge guard, bonk on the head. Genga maintaining stage control. He lets Rosatz go off stage. He trusts Rosatz in that moment. And look at this. Look at the difference, Skid. Genga putting out big 508. That means Rosatz doesn't have to do 600 plus, almost 7. Genga finding a KO. They're splitting the responsibilities. Genga leveling up here, and you see the difference that it makes. I love this. He's holding the W in the air. He deserves that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those scenarios where, like, one game isn't going to tell the story of the set, right? Obviously, we did see, Genga have a rough game last game, and Rosatz played really, really well. But, like, sometimes you just need to have a bad game to be like, oh, okay, I'm playing... terrible right now. Let me just kind of reset my mental, get back into this. Sometimes having a teammate, especially these 2 scenarios, can be nice beneficial too, because like you have a teammate to rely on that can help lift you up. So hopefully they had a nice little like conversation. It's like, hey, let's make sure we fix this and we're good to go. And now we're in a game 5 scenario here. After what started off with a strong 2-0 from Dark and Borgir, they could get reverse 3-0.
Absolutely, the potential is there. So much so that Genga and Rosatz are really thinking about which place they want to go to. Is it Western Air Temple? Is it Mishima Dojo? Or is it Miami Dome? Small Fortress of Lions is completely gone.
I wouldn't be mad going back to Western Air Temple. They just performed really well on there.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be Western Air Temple. Mishima Dojo would be like throwing a huge wrench into the equation that I think is completely unnecessary, and there's no reason to do that. Miami Dome is similar, of course, to Western Air Temple, but yeah, exactly like you said. They just performed really well in Western Air Temple, and that's exactly where we're going.
All right, cool. And I like that too. When you get a good W, there's like I think there's a lot of like psychological things that can come into play, and one of them is like familiarity, right? And I feel like if you just got a good W on a stage and you can go back to that stage, go right back. I feel like there's a lot of small things that kind of play into keeping a nice little bit of momentum and energy going here. So we're going to see how things work out. But right now, red team going to be able to pick up those first couple weapons here. But now everybody is equipped and everybody's swinging. Okay. A lot of dancing around here. Getting that recovery going here. And now we got Borgir trying to set up his himself
Nice
and his
interruption.
teammate. Yep,
We saw the side light, and then like the first couple kicks of the D light came out, but Rosatz was right there to interrupt that. That's saving Genga from some damage, and that's something that Genga was doing last game really well. So now it's Rosatz starting out doing it this one. So sharing responsibilities. Love that from this team, and the DC coming out from Genga. He's using those signatures more, and he's using them really well. There's the GC Insig reaching off stage. He gets back to the main stage even though his dodge was burned. Potentially KO on Dark off the top. No, he's able to get back.
Dude, blue team is really phenomenal at running interceptions for each other.
Yeah.
Like just saving each other from some really terrible spots to be in. However, as we get into the nitty-gritty of this game, Dark's still sitting on that 3 stocks right there, 153. Potential stock loss? Nope, not gonna be able to go for it.
Target swap. I love that from Genga. He started it on Dark. He doesn't have a true combo option to get the KO off the top, so he just like target swaps over onto Borgir, and that's going to prevent Borgir from coming in and interrupting anything that Rosatz then does right after that to Dark in the stage spike with the unarmed recovery bouncing off the bottom of the stage. Can Rosatz get back? Great recovery interrupt. If they can both get back, the blue team rules.
Oh, dude, that was such a good attempt for it, too. Oh man. Really got to hand it the blue team, though, because, like, it really made me believe. They are so aware of each other when they're in disadvantage. I love to see that. I love seeing a good defensive-minded teammate. It's just a great thing to see. However, wasn't able to get that hit. That would have been huge.
Beautiful. Man, I'm loving blue team this game. They're probably going to end up losing this one, unfortunately, and it's a game 5, so they're probably going to be knocked out after this. The potential, of course, is there for them to win this, but a lot of really great gameplay coming out from them this game. The blue team has leveled up so much throughout this set. You love to see it. Yeah, that's Rosatz being taken out.
You know what? Hey, sometimes the brightest flames, burn out eventually. And it seems like that's what's going to be happening right here. A lot of stuff I really like to see from blue team. Hopefully we can see them again later. That is going to be red team,
come on! Oh. You can't rip a salt ton. Not after the potential comeback like that throughout the set from Genga. That's tough, man. They deserve respect, but also who knows? Maybe there's some personal history between these players on that one.
I won't speculate.
They denied the reverse 3, so red team's got to be feeling good off of that. Again, Dark